Hello, gore whores and fellow deadites. I'm Bennett,
I'm Sam.
and welcome to Our Life in Horror.
We're reviewing Longlegs.
One of the most anticipated horror films of the year.
Yeah, I was highly looking forward to this.
With its marketing campaign, its lack of showing anything for the trailers, this movie has just been a big mystery to a lot of people.
And I managed to avoid the trailers. I saw the what was that teaser thing we got a long time ago?
Where it's just like the FBI board.
I think so.
And then you get the 911 call.
Yeah. Yeah, that creeped me out.
Yeah, and there was two of them like that, and they never showed anything. They didn't even show a title of the name.
Yeah, and then we got a couple stills.
Yep.
So I watched those. I saw those, and then after that I was like, I've seen enough. I don't want to see a trailer.
I think we did do a trailer reaction for this, didn't we?
No, I would have remembered.
Not even on the podcast when we were doing that?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, I completely avoided everything too, pretty much.
Yeah. So got Micah Monroe, Nicolas Cage, Kiernan Shipka's in it for a little bit.
Yeah. There's a couple other people too that I know. I just don't remember their names.
Yeah. Spoiler-free thoughts.
Well, you take it away.
I don't know how to review this movie. Okay, so my experience, the first half hour being at the theater, I was already in a bad mood that day. Bruce shit in our bed, our dog. Bruce shit the bed, literally.
Yeah.
It was just everything just leading up to the theater went wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into it, but everything just kept going wrong. And so I was in a really bad mood. And then we got to the theater and there was someone sitting next to me. It was a packed house.
It was full theater.
Packed. And I get really bad theater anxiety. So someone sitting next to me, the whole first half hour, it was all I was thinking about.
Yeah.
And so I had a hard time getting into the movie. Then there was a storm. So all the power went out of the theater.
Yep.
And the screen was black, but the words or the audio was still going. So that threw us off. So we had a little intermission. So we went out and got another drink and some popcorn. And by the time we came back, it was playing again. So that threw me off too. I didn't know where we left off. I was just confused.
Yep.
When I finally got into the movie, I don't know, man. It was not what I was expecting. I was looking forward to the serial killer aspect.
Yep.
What did I say in the car? Nicolas Cage is Nicolas Cajun. He's Nicolas Cajun in this movie.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah. Nicolas Cajun can go, I like that, can go one or two ways. It can be too much or it can be epic.
Yeah.
It can really work.
So first with my distractions, then Nicolas Cajun be Cajun. And then there were literally parts that I burst out laughing. And I looked at Jess to see if she was laughing, and she would only start laughing because I was laughing. And I'm like, am I the only person laughing in this movie? I don't think I'm supposed to be laughing. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to rate this movie. I'm just telling everyone straight up, there will not be a rating for me because I need to see it again.
Yep.
I'm either going to need to, I don't know, I considered going back again tonight to watch it because I'm intrigued still.
Yeah.
And it was creepy.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Okay, your spoiler-free thoughts.
This movie is very atmospheric. I'll give it that. I really enjoy the time period it's set in, as well as it's... I don't want to give too much away, but it is a police procedural, almost.
Mm-hmm.
With another element thrown in there that actually comes to, it's an actual thing within this universe. There's two things that are thrown into this universe that are, kind of separated from what I'm going to say its biggest influence was, which was Silence of the Lambs.
Which I haven't seen, so...
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say there's too many references to it or anything like that. All you really get for, as far as I know, as a reference, you get Nicolas Cage is hard to define in this. I don't think it should be as overhyped as what it is. I do think you should go into this movie blind, but I do...
And not annoyed.
And yes, not frustrated.
Don't have a bad day before you go watch.
But I am gonna rate it, but I am gonna rate it on the lower side because I am curious about rewatchability for this movie.
I want this to come out on physical media now so we can watch it on the comfort of our couch.
I don't think it's coming out until October, but I am excited to rewatch this. I just wasn't expecting the elements that became true to have such a big impact on the movie. And it makes you think. This is a movie that doesn't spell it all out for you on what's actually happening. So you have to bear that in mind. And at times it can be slow, but I think this movie does a great job at creeping you out. But this isn't super scary or a gore fest.
No, and the fact that I want to watch it again shows that I'm still intrigued, even though, like we saw Maxine, not gonna watch that again. I already know I'm writing that one off. I'm done.
Yep.
You can look at a review. Wasn't too impressed. But with this one, like, it did have creepy elements and scenes and atmosphere. So like I wish I was in a better mood watching this movie and the power didn't go out and everything. Like,
I do have to say that first 10 minutes got me.
Yeah,
I was hooked up after that moment for the most part.
Micah Monroe is really good too.
She is good. The problem is I just don't think the movie delves far enough into her character.
Yeah. Okay.
Because basically the whole movie is riding on her. I don't know if I'm just missing things, but if the idea was to make a Silence of the Lambs more, I'll just say supernatural-esque, and Silence of the Lamb has just such a great dynamic of characters, and they're all fleshed out.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. I'm gonna watch it this week, I think.
Yeah.
If I have time, because we gotta do Deep Blue Sea too for our episode, but I'm curious. What?
I'd watch it with you.
Would you?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, it's okay. I definitely highly recommend going see and supporting this movie because it does look like a semi-indie movie that was absolutely packed in theaters, which was always nice to see. This is a Neon production, and this is the highest grossing Neon film to date.
Yeah, I couldn't believe how packed it was.
Yeah, and
it was awesome.
And all the trailers too that they played beforehand, all the Neon trailers, looked fantastic. So yeah, I definitely recommend going to check this one out. I think there's enough there.
Okay. Spoilers.
You've been warned. Yeah, go watch the movie and come back.
The frickin' scene with Nicolas Cage just bursting out into song threw me right off. If I had a drink in my mouth, I would have spit it out.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's clearly in the script. I don't think that's Nicolas Cage's.
I'm not just blaming him.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying, what the fuck was that?
I don't know. I think they're trying to be edgy.
I just died laughing, and then I looked around, and I don't think anyone else was laughing. But I was like, "That was."
For the most part, it was a pretty quiet theater.
Yeah,
I was actually shocked.
I could not take that part serious.
I don't think his makeup or anything like that adds a crazy dynamic to it. Like I kind of wish it almost throws you off looking at him because I don't think it was overly all done exceptionally. But I do think it looks good. It's just almost distracting.
He is creepy. Yeah, like when he goes into the fucking store and does the whole, I can't even do it.
Yeah, I know.
How does he do that?
I think he does it like more so like this.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Yeah, he is creepy and unsettling.
I want to see someone cosplay him. That'd frighten me.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty good. Maybe I'll do it.
That'd be funny. Yeah. You should.
I just don't want to do I thought for sure they were leaning into the whole being a transsexual.
Oh really?
In this movie because he looked like he's wearing makeup.
He did look like a woman.
Yeah. Yeah. And
they didn't.
Yeah, it almost looked like he had white lipstick on.
Yeah.
Or something.
What does he say in the beginning? I got my long legs on, or I forgot to put my long legs on. I don't know.
Something like that. He's got a rhyme for this. This long legs. The intro is stellar. Yeah. Absolutely. And it's shot in an 8mm kind of style or 16. So it really adds to the atmosphere, and you're not really sure what time it takes place in, but it takes place because this movie takes place during the 90s.
Yeah, this is why I want to watch it again, because I knew the intro was like on point, but I just was not in the mood.
Yeah.
I was not in the mood to be at the theater.
Yep. Like I said too, this whole supernatural aspect of this movie, it's not truly explained, and it's weird because she has this almost foresight. I called that too when she's like, "Oh, our killer's in this house," and the guy goes and answers the door. I'm like, he's just gonna get shot point blank in the face.
See, I didn't catch on to any of this stuff that she had.
Yeah, she's like,
because I was in such a mood. I was probably thinking about the guy chewing next to me.
So I'm not sure if she just has like this weird psychic connection to Nicolas Cage's character, because when he dies or when the doll is killed, there's this whole thing with dolls too.
I know, I got confused.
With it being attached to the devil, but if you destroy the doll, it looks like a piece of the devil flies out of you, right? Like the devil's hold almost. So I didn't call the mom being in on it.
Yeah, she was creepy.
She was creepy. She reminded me of Saint Maud.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I gotta rewatch that movie. I like that one.
I do too. But yeah, there's this whole supernatural element to it, and I think it does work, but it's clear that there are also like more in-tuned or psychic people within this universe, because the FBI does a series of tests on her, and the one guy knows about it, so clearly they've done more of these tests. I think it's a very well shot movie.
Yes, I agree.
The score is really well done. It's just, I think the overhype was real for this. Yeah. And I've seen some posts already being like, you gotta stop overhyping this movie.
And we need to stop overhyping movies in general. But what? You disagree?
No, I agree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Like, I try my best to not look forward to things, but it's so hard when it's either an existing IP like Alien, going into Alien. I'm trying hard to reserve myself for the excitement for that, but like when we watched Evil Dead Rise, I wasn't exactly stoked about it the first time I watched it in theaters.
Yeah, I know. See, I'm really still looking forward to rewatching this, because I'm hoping I can give it a better rating than I would right now. Right now, my rating would not be that great, but I was not invested.
Yeah, same.
But I think if we do a rewatch, I'll be able to give it a better... I think it still might be above an okay on our scale.
Yep.
I don't know. Some of Nicolas Cage's...
That's not even his worst Nick Cage and Cajun.
I have a hard time watching Nicolas Cage movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, Color Out of Space was good.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want to watch Mandy real bad.
I would watch that too.
Because that was the start of the Cage-assance.
Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to watch a trailer again.
It looks wild.
Rob's going to be mad at me if he watches this.
Yeah.
He's got a whole Nicolas Cage podcast. He loves him. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I can say. I'm not giving this a rating today.
I am going to give it a rating. I do think it's an excellent movie. I do really want to rewatch this, but I can tell that the mastercraft of filmmaking is there. I looked up who directed it earlier, but I cannot remember his name. Kudos for making a good cop investigation thriller that I think doesn't quite hold up to Silence of the Lambs, but it's fairly close with its atmosphere, lighting, everything like that. Looks really well done. So I'm, even knowing this is just my first going at it, I'm going to give it a thumbs up.
Okay. Because
I am also very curious to rewatch this movie and form a better opinion while I'm in the comfort of my own home.
Yeah. Okay. If you've seen it, let us know in the comments what you think.
Yeah.
What would you rate this movie?
I'm very curious. I can't wait to actually watch other people's reviews for this movie.
But yeah. We're on Patreon.
Yes, we are. We are on Patreon. Thank you so much to our subscribers. I do non-horror movie reviews on there, and Sam will occasionally do some books readings.
I just finished a book, so I'm taking a break because, yeah.
Yep.
It's exhausting me.
Sam might also start maybe doing some non-horror movie reviews on there as well.
I think I might do one on Challengers.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys have that to look forward to. We're trying to do as much as we can for you guys
Do after-hour shows.
After-hour shows, usually weekly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Thank you to our subscribers that are already subscribed. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And please share, like,
subscribe.
Subscribe. Thank you. I'm tired.
And remember to stay spooky.